Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday, man. I hope so, anyways. Happy Tuesday, man. Sorry. I got the black lung pop. I don't know exactly what we're doing today. Obviously, it's the news, right? Obviously, we're doing the news to begin with here. And, I don't know. I thought about playing some more Reuse 2. And, I was like, well, maybe we'll try to throw in some other stuff instead. Since we have today to play kind of whatever. We've got tomorrow as the day off, the normal day off. And then Thursday is going to be Zenless. We're getting into Zenless. Cool. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Could be Reuse 2 a little bit more. Could maybe not be. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see how it goes. See how I'm feeling. All right. Whatever we do, it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Cool. Can confirm. Reuse 2 was awesome yesterday, though. I had a good time with it. It was pretty neat. I just feel like maybe I want something a little bit more engaging, more fast-paced, maybe something like that. It's a very nice, chill little game. It really is. It's very neat, and I really very, very much appreciate Tinwin's gift, and who knows? Maybe it's a nice little game that I'll throw in every once in a while to play moving forward. Who knows? We'll see. But on that note, let's do what we do, man. Let's get in here and check out what we got going on for video gaming news this morning for July 2nd before we figure out what we're playing today. Cool? Let's get it. Do we already have the date on this? We looked at the Dead Rising remaster coming. I don't know if we had a date yet, but it is September 19th. I'm not going to pull this up because we have already looked at this. I just didn't know if we had a date yet. But if we didn't, which I don't recall, but that doesn't mean we didn't see it. Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster coming out on September 19th, everybody. Ooh! Evo's on its way. Isn't it August? Isn't that when Evo hits? No, dude. 19th of July? Really? I thought it usually took place in August. Man, I must be off. Okay. Well, we'll cover this. That way we can promote Evo. Yeah, we already knew this, dude. We already knew that the next Resident Evil game was in development. And apparently it's some kind of open world environment situation. And if there's anything we can bet on in a Resident Evil game coming from Capcom is it'll have microtransactions. Because it's coming from Capcom. And Capcom will put microtransactions in anything nowadays. What's up, Lilith? How you doing, my friend? What is going on? Good to see you. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Oh, did you just finish up? Word. Cool. Nice. I'll shout you out. Playing that World of Warships, man. You love those games, don't you? How was your gameplay? How'd everything go? Nice. Awesome. Awesome. I don't think so. Because the game is still Elden Ring. Shadow of the Erdtree is not the game. Elden Ring is the game, and Elden Ring's already been out for 2 years. So I don't think that Elden Ring should be able to win Game of the Year. It should be a new game. It should be up for awards for certain kinds of things that have to do with new content. But I don't think it should be up for Game of the Year when Elden Ring already won that. Personally, did it? What's up, Volt? Share. Well, you can do recommendations. Let me see. I'll pull it up for you. Is it? I think something like this. Give me 1 second. I'll find it for you. And I'll throw you on mine too. Yeah. So right here. Cancel that. Do that. If you go to your Twitch settings, like right here, and then you go to your channel, and then that should have been on. I don't know why that was off. So if you go to suggested channels, right? There's a suggested channels thing here, right? No gaming, only porridge. Maybe for you, buddy. Are you feeling bad, dude? I'm sorry. And then you've got some options here, but right here there's a suggested channels, and there's Vault, there's Soup, right? We got Games Done Quick, Wolf Conservation Center, but I'll throw you in here. I need to have Cash in here. Do I not have Casual in here? Jesus Christ. What am I missing in his name? Crappers. You do that. Is it just Casual Gamer NY? Is that it? Yeah, it is. Thanks, dude. Yeah, we need to have Cash in there. I'll put you in there, Lilith. There you go. So you just do it like that, and you can add people in, and these will be the channels that get recommended to people, you know, whenever you're offline or whatever. Pretty easy. Yeah. Cool. If that's what you were asking. Yeah. So basically, like when you're offline and anybody's, you know, around. And then you got down here streamer shelf, right? So your streamer shelf displays other channels who you recommend to your viewers. So shelf type, suggested channels, and you can just like save that, you know, stuff like that. Yep. Stop that. No. Brother, what the? Stop it. Are we good? Am I tripping? I think we're good. Okay. Cool, man. Alright, let's go. Cool. Yeah. Thank you very much, Vault. Vault, did it really? Could be wrong. Don't know. Well, look, and I mean, here's the thing. You could be right. There are a lot of different award shows, too, right? A lot of different award outlets. Yeah. That's funny. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, I think, you know, again, I'll stick to this notion. I don't necessarily think that if a game in its base game has been released already, it definitely shouldn't be up for, like, Game of the Year. Because while the expansion content, you know, can be phenomenal, it's still just an extension of what the base game is offering. An extension of what the base game has already given people to experience, right? And so, therefore, it's not necessarily a new experience. And so, I think that really Game of the Year should be relegated to those games that have released as a new entry into the industry, not as an expansion or anything for that year. I'm not saying that like expansions and deals, because look, man, like when you brought up a perfect one, Witcher 3, dude, Blood and Wine, Heart of Stone, those are amazing expansion content, right? You could argue spin-offs win awards. Why wouldn't DLC? Well, I'm not saying they can't win awards. That's what I'm getting at. I'm not saying they shouldn't be able to win awards. I'm saying I don't think they should be able to win Game of the Year. Because they're not a new game. They're an extension of a game that has already released in a previous year. So expansions and things like that, yeah, absolutely they should be able to win awards. Because there's phenomenal content out there as expansions and stuff, right? But as far as Game of the Year, I don't agree with that. What spinoff has won Game of the Year? I mean, give me an example, because I can't think of one off the top of my head, and let's talk about it then. Persona, what, and when? What year? Give me some details, dude. I need something to go off here. They've all won Game of the Year. But again, these are These are also new entries in the series. These aren't These were new iterations in the series too. I'm okay with that. I wouldn't say a spin-off. It's not a spin-off. These were new iterations in the series. That's like Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, Assassin's Creed 1 through 856. You know what I mean? That's different than expansion content. Very much, in my opinion. But that's just me, though. Obviously, I think you feel different about it. That's just my opinion. What's up, Davey? Here's the thing. I'm not saying that maybe the content being brought to the table by some massive expansions is not worthy of consideration for Game of the Year awards. But what I'm getting at is that it's not a standalone game. It's something that's building off of another game that has already released. It wouldn't be anything without Elden Ring that came out in 2022, right? Therefore, how can it win Game of the Year when Elden Ring already came out in 2022? You know? That's what I'm getting at. Game of the Year will be Zenless. It's going to be Game of the Week. And I definitely think that there's, you know, many reasons why they should, you know, DLC should be, you know, expansion content should be up for winning plenty of other awards from different outlets and stuff. But as far as like Game of the Year, it's not its own game. It's literally it couldn't stand on its own. It has to be part of a game that already released in previous year. That's not the same thing though. It is a new experience, it is. But it's not a new game. A large part of what that experience has to offer is the core of it is built upon a game that has already released. You know what I'm saying? It's not its own game. It's not its own game. And the name of the award is, you know, Game of the Year. I get it. Usually, whenever I look at that personally, I think of Game of the Year being something that, you know what I mean? I think this is where I have an issue. This is where I have an issue, and this is what I keep going back to in my head, and this is why I keep saying this. Game of the Year, right, was already something that Elden Ring was in the running for in 2022. And that was its time to shine. That was the year it came out. And I know a lot of other people probably feel the same way you do, Vault, about, well, why shouldn't it be in consideration for Game of the Year award again when the DLC drops if the DLC is that good? As far as I'm concerned, it's because Elden Ring has already... Whenever Game of the Year awards are supposed to be considering games that dropped that year, right? Games that dropped that year within that time span, from the last award show to, or the last awards given out to whenever they're doing this award show, right? And when you think about it like that, and you're talking about Elden Ring and the fact that it already had its time to be in that. Just because it dropped an expansion, in my opinion, doesn't mean that it should be able to be in the running for Game of the Year again. It had its time to be that. I'm not saying the content's not good enough or whatever, but it literally, that content isn't standalone. It didn't release on its own. It's an extension of what Elden Ring is. that's why I don't consider it to be something that should be in the running for Game of the Year, personally. Obviously, we have contrasting ideas of what this should or shouldn't be. I'll agree to disagree with you, but I respect the, standpoint that you have, where you're coming from. I can see where you're coming from. I just don't agree with it, and again, it's not that I don't think it should be getting a lot of awards. Pinky wouldn't even let well, no, absolutely not. Well, remasters, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Remakes, I'm kind of with you too. Yeah. So so basically this is what Vault has been doing this morning in this entire situation. Somebody put Vault in Peepo jail, please. Wait, what? What? What are you doing, dude? Oh my god. Hold on. I got you, Soup. 1 second, guys. All right, my bad. Yeah, Pinky, I agree. Cause when you brought that up, I immediately thought of something like Dead Space, right? Because that's a recent remake, and even though it, I think they did a good. We talk about remakes a lot, and I think what they have to do is definitely. I mean, take even a look at something like Metal Gear Solid, that's coming out, Snake Eater. We've seen what that game's going to be, and it's going to be an entirely different game over what the original was, right? I still am with you on that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Vault. Silent Hill 2 remake game of the year. Yo, that's gonna that's gonna be the worst game of the year, dude. That's gonna win an award for worst game of the year right there. Yeah. What was Davey saying? Super said fight debate. I'll get my mocha. Call of Duty game of the year. Bleh. DLC's not a game. DLC of a game. Yeah. Agreed, Davey. Yeah. Davey had my back, dude. Yeah, exactly. Davey was with me, dude. That would kind of suck, having a worst flop of the year. Would it? Would it suck? Would it suck, or would it actually call out these companies for... Would it make them more reluctant to pull the bullcrap they've been pulling? I don't know. Like, take for example, I'll give you a perfect example, okay? Do you guys remember the amount of hype? Nice, Pinky. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna get mine going today. You remember the hype behind Lord of the Rings Gollum in development? And then what a disaster it was? And this is one of those tried and true examples of what I talk about all the time, right? I actually think it would be 110 gigs, I knew it was going to be big, dude. Kappa. Yeah. I mean, I know it's almost kind of... It won't ever happen. And it is because it would be super rude. But this is what I'll say. Okay, let me compare this to something. If you remember the award shows last year, right? The award shows last year, like, I think it was the DICE Awards. The DICE Awards were straight up calling out companies in the audience, like Embracer. They were throwing javelins at companies in the audience, you know? It was awesome. As opposed to what we saw from, like, Jeff Keighley, who didn't want to say anything about anybody and you know, run a risk, right? I mean, what we promote here all the time, right, is a healthier industry for all the way around. Better games as far as content, better games as far as performance, everything as a whole, as far as the way the companies approach us as consumers, the way we approach them as fans, everything, right? So I think that there probably needs to be a little bit more on the front of people and companies getting called out for doing terrible stuff. And when you know, the things that I promote all the time and I talk about all the time is, like, I take a company like Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers has so many iconic, legendary universes and franchises under their belt. And how many times have we seen them use that to their advantage and just creating mediocre to really subpar content and baiting people into buying those kinds of games when they're not worried about creating fantastic video games? What they do is they use the allure of these universes, you know, that people love to their advantage, yeah? And then you take something like Lord of the Rings Gollum, which was Daedalic Entertainment. Daedalic Entertainment got Lord of the Rings Gollum, and and don't get me wrong, it's gonna feel bad if somebody gets called out that's part of that development team or anything like that. But really, what they should be doing is calling out the company, not individual people necessarily, but the companies behind what's happening here. Because Lord of the Rings Gollum was an absolute crap show, right? And then we find out after the fact that basically Daedalic took, like, a really, really low budget and was trying to force their developers to make a AAA styled game in a crunch culture situation. And so do they not deserve to be called out? I think part of the problem in what has, you know, Gollum Game of the Year for reals? My bad. Sorry. How dare I? I think part of the problem is that so many of these companies have gotten away with doing this crap for so long and not getting called out for it. So, I mean, maybe this is the kind of stuff that needs to happen. Maybe they need to be publicly shamed a little bit. Maybe these companies need to know that if they pull shenanigans like this, they'll be publicly shamed for it, for trying to dupe us as consumers and dupe the entire industry. You know what I mean? Be better. It's not that we always expect every single game to be an absolute banger, but when you're talking about things like what happened with Lord of the Rings Gollum, Daedalic deserved to be absolutely ridiculed for it. So maybe there should be a Worst Game of the Year award. And maybe there should be a number of nominees for Worst Game of the Year. I'll tell you one outlet that won't do it for sure, and that's Jeff Keighley's. Because that is all a sham and he has sold out. Something to think about, though. You know, if we truly wanted change, we wanted progression in the industry, and we wanted games to be better, and we wanted companies to be better, improve their projects, their project development processes, and make better content on the constant and stuff like that. Things like that would probably keep them in check a little bit. Random mode time. Let's go. Big Fish or Future Man? What are we talking about here? What is ZZZ? Vault, you're playing that, dude. What do you mean, what is ZZZ? It's in my title right now, too, by the way. Let's go, get him in there. I'm playing? Question mark? Yeah, you're playing, dude. You told me you were, and you can't backtrack on that. Yeah, absolutely, Ferret. Wait. Let me confirm this. I'm just kidding. There you go, dude. Blamma Llama. Yo, thanks for reminding me,
Now that we're friends, is it okay if I pet you?
My dude. Thanks, dude. Boom. Random moat winners. Our dude!
OutsiderAntics gifted Theferret7 a subscription. OutsiderAntics gifted a tier 1 sub to Theferret7.
Mazers, bro. Sick. Thanks, buddy. I still owe Florida one. I'm excited for Zenless, dude. I don't know what I'm going to play today, guys. I was thinking about maybe some buckshot roulette or something. Pinky, you going to be able to be here today? All day? Oh, man. We already knew this. 30 minutes once I get to work. All right. I don't know. I was thinking about playing Reuse too, but I think I want to play something. I might just do a binding day or something. We'll see. We'll take a look at games and everything, and after the news, we'll figure out what we're going to play. Okay, guys? Yo, Vault, you are playing Zenless with us though, right? Yeah, right. Yo, this Kanitsugami Path of the Goddess game looks really wild. Is it on Xbox? No. Yeah, it's true, Ferret. Yeah. Scorn second. No, I'm good. Yes, PS5, yes. Yeah, Lilith, all the emotions, yes, that's right. Yeah, it's on PS5, PS5, PC, via Epic, and I think they have their own launcher as well. Here, I'll pull it up. And iOS and Android. Look. No, thank you, Lilith. I appreciate you. Yeah. When it drops, bruh. it hits the preload's available. Preload's available. This is what I would tell people. So preload's available now. It is a 110 gigabyte, roughly. It's going to depend on what platform you're on, but apparently on PC it's 110 gigabyte. That's what Pinky's telling me. You can go ahead and download it straight from their website, which is right here. They'll have their own launcher, or you can get it on Epic as well. You can see Zenless right here. I'll link it to you on Epic also if you want to play on PC. It's oh, they don't have the pre-register stuff anymore, do they? Oh no. But I'll link this. I'll link the so it starts on the 4th. We're going to be playing it on Thursday. So tomorrow's my day off, right? Tomorrow's my normal day off. Here's their own website as well. What I'll do is we'll talk about it. Okay, we'll talk about it again this morning since we're going to be playing this. And I will I'll run the I'll run the video again this morning for my break. For my break between the news and playing games, I'll just run the video again this morning for everybody that didn't get to catch it yesterday. It gives a really pretty thorough breakdown of what the game's about and stuff like that. But it drops on Thursday. We have the, let's see, release times right here. So we'll talk about this. Wait, what the crap is this? This has now got banners on it and stuff. Oh. I thought this had the... What? Pre-registration awards, login events. Well, there's all kinds of info here, guys. But this is not what I remember. Release time and preload. Here you go. So, preload has already started, okay? Might have to delete XDefiant. I haven't really been playing it anyways. I'm getting ready for Delta Force Hawk Ops, actually. We're going to play that together. Won't say, but there's alpha testing right now of Delta Force Hawk Ops too, if you're interested in that. Yeah. So this is the release time for Zenless Zone Zero, which is standardized as July 4th at 10 a.m. UTC. But these are the time zones for release, okay? So actually, you know, it releases for me at like 9 p.m. tomorrow night. So it'll be ready for us to play after the news segment on Thursday, okay? So the preload is actually 2 days before this time period. So it's already available. You can already preload it, okay? But this is, did I give both of those? Yeah. So I'll run the video we watched yesterday during our break between the news and playing games and stuff. That way everybody can watch it and get another idea of what to expect. It's a gacha game, but it's made by the MiHoYo, which is the same developer of Genshin Impact. And there are a lot of us that are going to be playing it and stuff. So you don't have to play, but we're going to have some fun with it, man, and check it out. So if anybody wants to. What we probably need to look into is this. Soup's already given me a little bit of information about what he understands about Zenless's multiplayer, but we'll take a peek at that, okay? Yesterday we actually looked at a lot of the characters. They're going to be initially out for the game, and you can find links for that in yesterday's news segment articles in the Discord. Or they'll be also on their website here. Capcom's got a showcase? They had a showcase? What? Yeah, exactly, Pinky. Yeah. So that's kind of what Soup was saying to me, was that there was going to be a bit of a threshold you would have to pass in some capacity to get to the multiplayer experience. And so I think that's why I want to look it up today, so we'll all be prepared on where you need to get to in the game before we'll be able to like get in and play together and stuff. This happened yesterday, apparently. Let's see if we can recap this. Okay, we'll look at this one. That's cool. Yo, here's an amazing article. I can tell you without even reading it. I started Disco Elysium this weekend, and it's hard to understand how it's only £4. And now I'm corn. Yo. Disco Elysium is easily one of my, like, favorite games of all time. One of. It's not, like, my favorite, but it's up there, dude. This was a really cool experience. And I'm not one of those people that's normally into a game like this that is just choices matter without really any kind of like action to it or anything, but this game did it very well. Oh yeah, because of the whole you know, they're not part of the development company anymore, the guys that actually really created this. That's what you're talking about, right, Pinky? Yeah. They're fighting a legal battle right now to try to get the rights to Disco Elysium back. Yep, we've talked about this. That sucks. That really sucks. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that too till you just brought that up. Showcase. Oh, yeah, Ferret, dude. I didn't see that. Yeah, Capcom showcasing all their new anti-modding security and probably extra monetization mechanics, right? Let's just add to that too. Too soon? No, not too soon. But still, I think that if you have the chance to play Disco Elysium, it's an amazing experience. We have so many awesome clips and highlights from this experience. How many hours did I put into Disco Elysium, guys? It's a lot. It's a lot, dude. Nice, Lilith. How many hours did I put into this? 83. 83 hours, man. Yeah, fair, yeah. This game's an absolute banger, and like I said, I mean, it's definitely one of those. It's very CRPG styled. It's but there's not really combat in the game, so it's very choices matter. It's very investigative. So you're doing a lot of searching, a lot of looking around, a lot of talking, and there's a lot of basically dice roll checks, right? And there's different difficulties in the game and stuff like that, and it's just very good. I mean, a phenomenal experience. Again, a game like this is not something I normally gravitate to because I usually like to have some kind of engagement as far as like combat and stuff in my CRPGs, but this game did it very well. Lose a bet to Soup? Nah, you know what it was? So there. This is like a multi-part answer here. So partially, this is a situation where so my son has played Genshin Impact for a long time. My son's played Genshin Impact for a long time, and he really enjoys it. He plays it on and off, and he enjoys these types of games. So Genshin Impact being, and I know that was kind of like a troll question, but you know, I know it's not the normal kind of game I play either. Yeah. Now I'm also not. I've played a good amount of gacha games, but I haven't streamed really gacha games or anything like that. And I'm usually just toying around with them here and there, just to kind of like not in a large capacity or anything, but just to kind of stay up to date with what's going on that realm of gaming and stuff like that. And yeah, I've used it as an opportunity to help educate my son on what gacha gaming is, the gambling mechanics behind it. Game of the year predicting now. That's what made outfit confirmed, bro. I know. Bro, the maid faction, dude. Yeah, there's some nice ones in there, dude. I know. Yeah. So part of it is I knew my son would want to play it. He's played Genshin for a long time. The other part of it was that it's actually a very hyped game, you know, and I think Genshin's very well developed. It's kind of a very ground-breaking kind of game as far as the mixing of taking a gacha game into the normalcy of not only being something very, very playable on a mobile platform, but also being just to a great degree very well developed and you know, played to a great extent by a lot of people on primary gaming platforms like console, PS5. I'll talk about Xbox with Genshin in a second, and PC and stuff like that, right? So it's been very iconic. And MiHoYo bringing out Triple Z now, you know, it was very interesting to me to see what their next iteration is going to be like, how it's going to feel, what the evolution of it's going to be over something like Genshin and stuff like that. You know, I'm just with my gaming mind and the way I like to stay on top of stuff and everything, I'm interested in it. And I want to try it out, and I want to see not only, you know, how it feels, but how it can be played from a free-to-play perspective, and see how that is going to be for people and everything too. So we'll see how it goes. That's what I'm not necessarily planning on playing it a ton on stream or anything like that, unless I just fall in love with it. You know, if I fall in love with it, it'll be something we continue to play here and there as we move forward, right? But I really just want to give it a nice, good shot out the gate here and see how it feels. There are different reasons. You know, there are a lot of people in the community that are interested too, and this is another reason. This game's free, and it has a multiplayer aspect to it to an extent, so it gives us the opportunity, again, as a free-to-play game, to get into something together that people don't have to pay for up front, and we can experience together and have fun with. You know what I mean? Free. Well, I mean, you know, this is, again, when it's one of those things, like you've got to, if you have willpower. If you have willpower, dude, you know what I mean? If you can hold off, then yeah, free. So, I mean, you have to understand what a gacha game is and what it means, and I've been trying to express that to people, and you have to understand what you're getting into here with a gacha title, and it definitely has gambling mechanics in it, so you got to be careful. But what I'm going to be trying to do is show people how you can play it for free. You can grind, you can get the thing. You don't have to spend money if you don't want to. Are you going to be able to play it maybe the absolute highest degree as like somebody that's going to well out? No. 20 gachillion free game. But it can still be done, you know. So that's kind of where it's all at. That's the culmination of why we're going to get down on some Triple Z, man. Yeah. Absolutely, Ferret. That is exactly why I say all the time that it's very important for games that have any kind of gambling mechanic behind them, whether it be a gacha game, like this, like Triple Z that we're going to play, or it be something like EA with their stupid Ultimate Team bull crap. You know what I mean? A lot of people get addicted to that kind of stuff. And I say it all the time. I don't think that these titles should be exposed to very young people. And I think that any game that comes out that has any kind of gambling-esque, gambling-aimed mechanic in it, there needs to be a lot of support resources available for all regions that game's going to be published in, for people to get help if they need it, to seek out help. You know what I mean? If that game's published in the US, then the publisher is responsible for pushing out resources where people can get help to stop gambling on the game if they, you know what I mean? That's the kind of stuff that I really promote all the time as far as these types of titles in video games, because it's really terrible for a lot of people. It's really tough. Gambling's hard for a lot of people. I am lucky enough, I've never had an issue with that kind of stuff. But a lot of people do, unfortunately. Disco Elysium's a banger. Go get it. More pools. Well, that's why we have Soup around, right? That's what Soup's gonna be. My Soup's gonna help me. Yeah. He already told me. He's like, dude, you just limitless. How many ever pools you want, you know? Soup told me that. So if he tries to, go back on that, we're gonna have to hold him accountable. Oh, and here's the deal. So, for anybody wondering why this game is not going to be on Xbox and Switch, neither is Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact was supposed to be on the Switch, and they could never make it work on that hardware. So obviously, Triple Z is not going to work on the Switch either, right? Now, the next generation of Nintendo hardware, probably to possibly, we'll see. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, Pinky. I recall that, too. Yeah, I recall that as well. Yeah. Now, before Genshin Impact released, MiHoYo approached Microsoft and Xbox and was like, hey, we'd like to put this game on your platform as the primary console platform. Are you interested? And Xbox shot him down and said, no, we're not interested in this. So they pivoted and they went to PlayStation and said, hey, would you be interested? And PlayStation said yes. And it's been incredibly lucrative for PlayStation. And so now MiHoYo doesn't, I think, want to have anything to do with Xbox. So this is one of those like hindsight situations where I think Xbox is probably really kicking themselves in the ass for shooting down Genshin in the first place. Yeah, because it could have been very good for them. And now I think MiHoYo is just keeping all of their content away from Xbox for shooting them down in the first place. And they're just putting everything on PlayStation, you know? Here's your size of Zenless. We'll pull that up too. Even though Pinky's really given us a pretty good idea already. Yeah. Friday the 13th rumor claims 2 new games are in development. There's not much reason to dive into this. It's going to be rumor mill stuff right now, but I mean, you can always usually bet that there's going to be Friday the 13th games on the horizon in some capacity. It's just a very popular horror franchise, and Jason's always around the corner, you know? He's just always waiting. Usually with a machete or an axe. So, you know, once we get some official information on this front, we'll find out what these games are. But just know, if you're a fan of Friday the 13th, that probably got some new games coming our way. Zenless Zone Zero apparently is not really as open world as something like Genshin is, but apparently the way they're developing it doesn't really need to be, from what I understand. We'll find out soon enough. We talked about this yesterday. Crazy Taxi Game will be an open world MMO. Yeah. We'll see how that works. Gotcha Battle Royale. Yeah, dude. I've actually said for a long time now, probably about the past year and a half to 2 years, that I think that Xbox being on a portable device instead of a traditional console makes a lot of sense to me. Something more like what the Switch is, but maybe a little more powerful, actually. Makes a lot more sense to me than what they've been doing. They've been losing on hardware for a long time anyways, and something like this just makes more sense to me as far as, you know, what all their services are. So all their services they have to offer, and something like this just makes sense to me. Diablo Immortal. Yeah, there you go. If you die, you lose the character. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hard pass. There'd be people that buy into that, though. I mean, better yet, dude, let's just buy into the VR headset that if you die in the game, you die in real life. I mean, let's just take it a step further, right? Yeah. This thing. Like if... I can't spell. Yeah. You guys remember when we covered this? Oh, it's been made. It's been made. Full immersion. We covered this, dude. We covered it. It's like one of the original creators of one of the first VR headsets. And he's like, yeah, I'm making a VR headset. You just die in real life. Oh my God. Yo, this is just natural selection right here, dude. Yeah, here you go. Here you go. This is just natural selection, dude. Do you guys want to read about this crap? You know, I don't know, dude. Yeah. Go for it. You remember that headset idea? Yeah, I don't know what to say. You know, this just feels like, you know, if somebody wants to go this route, then, I mean, that's just, you know, that's just natural selection. I don't know what else to say about it, dude. Yeah, I know, Ferret, I know. Get baited into thinking it's a regular flipping VR headset. Next thing you know, you're flipping, you know. You're not on Earth anymore, man. Oh, Jesus. That's a long finger hair right there. God dang. Protective VR gear. Yeah, dude, yeah. We'll go one more page. We don't have a ton of stuff this morning, so we'll go one more page, see what we got. Bro, Power World's numbers since the recent update have risen by player population risen by 700%, dude. Everybody's back in Power World, man. That's awesome. I love it. They've really been just crushing away at that game. It's awesome. Ooh, excuse me. Yo, there's a lot of worry right now about Marvel's Wolverine, by the way. If you guys didn't see us cover this article, dude, Sweet Baby Inc. is apparently a part of this flipping project, dude, which is not a good look, man. I don't know what's going on with Insomniac needing Sweet Baby Inc. to be a part of all their projects and stuff, but it's not a good look, man, in my opinion. I'm all about, like, you know, making sure that video games are as inclusive as possible, you know, making everybody feel like they can be a part of the experience, and you know, there's no kind of like biases or discrimination within these titles and stuff like that. That's good. But Sweet Baby Inc. has got something going on where it just feels so flipping forced, dude. So forced to the point. I mean, if you look at that video that I just linked right there in chat, it makes it feel like look at. You'll see what they're doing. They've got Jean Grey looking like a grandma in that game. And they talk about it in that article too. It's disgusting. They're like, she can't look young and hot, basically. She can't look like a young, hot, you know what I mean, X-Men. She needs to look like a late middle-aged auntie, I think is what they called it. So that, you know, yeah, dude, I know. It's weird, brother. It's weird. And, I mean, obviously, the images that we had to look off of there were I'm sure, in early development. And there's plenty of room for change and stuff. But, I mean, dog, it was rough looking. It was rough looking. I know. I knew Ferret would have a fit with the whole Jean Grey thing. Redhead. You know? Well, I mean, if you haven't seen that article, it's weird, dude. It's weird. There are a lot of people wiling out on that on our YouTube page. I mean, as far as our normal feed, you know what I mean, traffic and stuff. Dude, I don't know what's going on. It's weird. Sweet Baby Inc. is just what a weird flipping organization. It just feels so. Again, I mean, dude, I'm all about like this whole. You guys know how I am, dude. I just want people to live their best life. I want everybody to you know, just quit worrying about other people as long as those other people are not hurting you, and you know, live your best life, take care of yourself, and do what you need to do to be happy and live your best life, and let other people do the same thing. You know what I mean? There's no reason to discriminate on people for any kind of biases, any kind of reason. Doesn't matter. It's just so disgusting to have to deal with it all the time and listen to it and see people that are so disgusted by one another because of idiotic differences. You know, it's just so dumb. But then you get these companies like Sweet Baby Inc. that feel like they're just vomiting this forced narrative of inclusiveness in these projects, and it's real weird, dude. It's just real weird. It doesn't feel natural. It feels very, very forced. That's where I have an issue with it. Let's get in here, man. Capcom recap from yesterday. Apparently they had a flipping showcase. Okay. Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess demo trailer. Let's go. Let's watch this. This game looks pretty wild, dude. Well, yeah, and that's what I mean. Outside of the dev team is literally Sweet Baby Inc., right? So Sweet Baby Inc. is a contracted company, right, to come in and do that kind of thing. And that's why, yeah, I mean, I agree. Unfortunately, inclusivity today is mostly white man, literal devil. Are you like... Yeah. So Sweet Baby Inc. is a contracted company that all these flippin' game makers have been using to come in, and I'll give you the link, dude. I've brought this up before, but take a look at this. It's actually in that video that I just linked there too. But sweet video. What am I doing? Their Wikipedia, dude. This is a pretty good synopsis of who they are. Canadian narrative development and consultation studio based in Montreal, founded by former Ubisoft developers including scriptwriter Kim Belair and product manager David Bedard. Company consults on video game narratives during development to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion within game narratives and studios. The studio has become the target of online users who claim it promotes woke agenda. And it does. A lot of these games do come out feeling kind of forced on it, man. I've got to be honest. There's some weirdness that comes out of it. So I don't know. I'm all about the inclusivity stuff, but Piggy, can you elaborate on what you meant by that? Unfortunately, inclusivity today is mostly white man, literal devil. You just mean the whole, like, reverse racism thing? I think that's more what you're getting at, probably. Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess, ahead of its launch on July 19th, the fantastical action strategy hybrid is getting a demo later today on all platforms the game is available on. The demo will also feature crossover content with Okami in the form of themed weapons and costumes for the main character and the maiden. Interestingly, the Okami stuff will only appear in the demo, but Capcom states that if enough people play it, these items will become available in the full game at launch via an update. And Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. Not Red Dead Rising, excuse me. I think he's getting more towards the side of, like, reverse racism, basically. And we live in a weird world right now with this kind of stuff. Yeah. It's like everything needs to be, you know...
Say, buddy.
It's not about everybody being equal. It's about...
Frank West.
Basically, like a lot of other demographics being raised up above some other ones that, I guess, had traditionally maybe been the ones that were the suppressors in the past or something like that. You know what I mean? But now it's like, it's getting all reversed and stuff, man. It's really wild. I don't know. And maybe I'm wrong on what he's talking about there, or what he was getting at.
Quick, move! Get over here!
Madonna! This is my store!
A customer!
It looks good, dude. Looks good. Yeah, the remaster of the 2006 Zombie Romp is coming September 19th. A lot of people liked these games back in the day, man. Gameplay improvements include the ability to move while aiming, an autosave feature, a better UI, and improved NPC behavior. Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard on iOS and Mac. That's it. And apparently they've confirmed they're working on a new Resident Evil game. Evo 2024 player numbers revealed. Street Fighter 6 still top. Tekken 8 breaks record in second. Ready, fight! Evo is going to be a truly massive gathering this year, having set a new record for registered players. But what do the numbers look like when you break them down by game? PlayStation-backed event. They bought the event, what, a couple years ago? Which is why now Smash Brothers won't be played there anymore. Not because of PlayStation or Sony, but because Nintendo basically slapped all their fans in the face and said, well, PlayStation owns this event now, and we can't let them run our game there. Street Fighter 6 has once again attracted the most entrants. A whopping 5,265 players will battle it out with Ryu and the gang, and it will actually be the second largest Evo tournament ever, bettered only by Street Fighter 6's debut at Evo last year. Tekken 8 isn't too far behind, boasting an incredibly impressive 4,646 entrants. Officially the biggest Tekken tournament in the series history, more than doubling the previous Evo record that was set by Tekken 7 back in 2019. Serious growth. Tekken 8, this is the first year Tekken 8 will be at Evo, by the way, also. They've got the numbers for all the main games. Obviously, Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8 really taking the cake there. Guilty Gear Strive coming up in a distant third, and then it really falls off after that. Mortal Kombat 1 is in 7th place at 645. If that doesn't tell you how much Mortal Kombat has fallen off from being on the competitive scene as far as keeping up with Tekken and Street Fighter, I don't know what does. Evo 2024 begins Friday the 19th, July, and covers the whole weekend. But will you be keeping up with the tournament? I would love to. I just need to keep tabs on it. I love Evo. I love fighting games. I've always liked fighting games. I don't really play them anymore. I haven't for a long time. But I have so much respect and admiration for the people that play these games at a very high level, because there's so much knowledge that goes into it. And when is that? So we're talking like 2.5 weeks from now. We might watch some of this together, guys. Okay? We might watch some Evo together. All right? It's really nuts, because it's not just skill with the players that you main and maybe your side characters and stuff, your alt characters. It's a lot of knowledge around even the characters you don't play, because you need to know like the plus and minuses, the distance of all their moves and stuff, because it's all part of you knowing how to fight them as well. Not necessarily use them, but how to fight against them. You know what I mean? And there's some crazy people out there that can basically use every character. You know what I mean? It's really wild. And what's really fun is when you find an individual that is really good at explaining the game and the way everything works while they play it. You know what I mean? It's fun watching those kinds of players. Okay, Pinky, no worries, buddy. You'll just have to watch the VOD. I'm just kidding, bro. I'll save Buckshot Roulette. Don't worry. I'll save it, brother. We're just going to talk about Zenless now. Dude, there was not very much news this morning, guys. Again, we're playing Zenless Zone Zero, which is the game on this website right here. We're playing this on Thursday. The preload's available now. Right now! So, they have made the preload available 2 days early. Alright, a lot of us here in the community are going to be playing it together. I understand if it's not your jam. I get it. It's not the type of game that I normally play. You know, especially streaming. And but it is MiHoYo's newest game. It's MiHoYo, the developer of Genshin Impact. It is going to be on iOS, Android, PS5, and PC. You should be able to either download the launcher straight off their website right here under my camera. You can either click down here for the download, or you can go up here for the download as well. or you can get it off of Epic, okay? If you're an Epic player already, then you can just go to this link here and get it on Epic's website also and play it through Epic, okay? It's a gacha game. Hopefully a lot of you know what that is at this point. We've talked about it a lot. It's got gambling-esque mechanics in it. You need to be aware of that. Be careful with those kinds of mechanics. And know that this game is a free-to-play game, but they are going to try and entice you with paying real-world money to draw more powerful characters. That's what the premise of these kinds of games are, okay? But you just have to know that you can play it for free. You don't need to spend money on the game. And I will be doing my part to showcase how the game can be played in a free-to-play manner, okay? Now, if we end up playing it for the long haul, and we are having a lot of game time in it, and it's feeling very good, and I'm planning on continuing playing it, I might contribute to the developers by buying a battle pass or something like that, you know? Because I think it's important if you're getting a solid amount of game time and entertainment out of a video game, that you've had a low entry price point or even free to play, that you give back if you're getting a lot of game time out of it. So that's where I stand on it, okay? But here's a link for the banners you can expect. We kind of covered some of this yesterday. Here's your release times, guys. So release times for all regions around the world, right? So you can see that it's really the standardized release time is July 4th, 2024 at 10 a.m. UTC plus 8. But that is actually like in North America, you can see that these are actually going to be the July 3rd, right, later at night. So, but the rest of the world will still be July 4th. And we will be playing this on Thursday after we do the news, okay? So there's a lot of other stuff in here, like the there's a Creators Roundtable. There's I will turn on this pre-release special program video after we do the news segment, so people can watch this again if you didn't get to watch it yesterday. It'll give you a good idea of what the game has to offer, whether or not you want to play it with us. We're going to talk about multiplayer, what that's going to entail in the game here in a moment, because I do like to try to find these kinds of games that we can play together at a low entry price point, free to play. It's easier for us to play these games together and try them out and stuff. So that's what we're going to do. But there's a lot of information in this article alone if you're interested in playing, okay? So whole bunch of stuff about banners, release time, videos, stuff like that. My main Rena. Which one's Rena, dude? I like, dude, this. I'm going for this character, probably. She's got some kind of like element that not very many other characters have. I looked at it yesterday. Which one is she? Oh yeah, that's fine, Pinky. I figured. Yeah, because I mean, we're not gonna be able to multiplayer until I get to, you know, a certain point anyway. So, which one is she? Anton Sukaku. She's really cool too, dude. I like her. I like that. Oh, the maid with the dolls. Yeah, I like that one too, dude. I like that one. Oh, Zhu Yan. She's got the ether. You don't see many. There's only one other ether character right now, element, and it's an A rank, not an S rank. It's Nicole. I also like the big bear dude. Here, I'll pull them all up. God dang it! Hold on. I'll pull them up. Just a second. The size of Zenless Zone 0. We'll talk about the characters. Just a second. Preload early so you can play. I don't think the bear's S rank though, right? Oh, wait, min-maxing already? Shush. Look at the bear. The bear's got drip, dude. The bear's got drip. Hold on. So, Pinky already told us that his pre-download was 110 gigs. Yeah. Download size for Zenless on PC is 50. However, you'll need around 110 gigs available to unzip it. Once it's unpacked and installed on a PC, the game will only take around 57 gigs of space, though, okay? So, for PlayStation, the file size is just over 49 gigabytes. For those on mobile, downloading from Google Play Store on Android will require 20 gigs. Download itself is a little over 17. Haven't tested iOS yet, so there you go. So you're chasing somebody else's meta. That's what you're telling me, Vault? Yeah, I'll pull it up. Hold on. Multiplayer and how to play with friends for Zenless Zone Zero. Let's see what this says. Nobody really does yet, dude. Well, there's been a little bit of some, I think, early access alpha stuff or beta stuff that people got into, but yeah, it's fine, dude. It'll be fine. You'll be all right, dude. No official announcement has been made about multiplayer mode. Developers are not disclosed. It will have co-op. Yeah, during the beta, selected players had the option to engage in multiplayer gameplay. Suggests the full release may likely include similar co-op and multiplayer functionality. Stay tuned for further updates. Let's see if there's anything else in here. Yeah, it looks like there's not a lot of information yet about what they're doing here with the multiplayer, but everybody is expecting it, as it was in beta versions of the game. But this is what I would say we probably need to expect here, okay? I probably won't watch this actually on the news segment, dude, because it's somebody else's content and that I don't want to have to cut it out of my VOD and everything, but I appreciate this. I might look at it later, dude. And for anybody else that wanted to check it out, it's there in chat. Usually in these kinds of games, what it'll be is like what we were talking about before. There will be some kind of threshold where you'll need to get to a certain point, a certain level, some kind of particular quest in the story or something like that before the multiplayer option will open up. Yeah, and then you'll be able to do multiplayer content together. So we're just going to have to wait till it releases and see how it all goes, right? Some of the things that'll be fun for us to do, post in Discord. Oh, that's fine, dude. Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks, Vault. Well, I'm getting ready to run a video for you, too. I'm going to run a video for you that you didn't apparently see yesterday. And it's going to break down a lot of what the game has to offer as well. I'm going to run it as soon as the news segment's over. I ran it yesterday too, but as soon as the news segment's over, I'll run it. That way everybody can take a look and get more acclimated with what there is to offer. I'll post it in the Discord too because I forgot to do that. But we'll see what the thing that'll be fun is, what we should probably do is go ahead and set up like a Triple Z channel in the Discord too. I'll try to make sure we get that done, myself or Pinky. We'll get a Triple Z set up in the... That way, if we need to communicate about playing multiplayer once we're able to get to that point, or if we just want to showcase the characters that we've gotten, how, you know, powerful we've made some of these characters, and contrast and compare and stuff like that, we can just do some of that together, okay? So we'll try to get that done in the Discord. Let me pull up... Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I'll try to get it done here in just a bit. Let me grab this real quick. Well, no, I could probably just do this. There we go. So, if you go to this site, let's see. Agents. So, you go here and go to rank. Check this out. I appreciate the VOD, dude. The video. Go here, you go to this site. You can actually look at all the characters that are going to be released, right? Oh, nice, dude. Nice. Man, you've been grinding. So, Yeah, the bear. God dang it. The bear's only an A rank. No! I forgot to look at him yesterday. And Sukaku's only A rank. No! Dude, there's some edgy characters that are A's, though. That sucks. Yeah, but these are going to be the S's, right? And it shows you their element, as well as, like, what faction they're in, what their attack types are, and stuff like that, right? So, these are going to be the initial ones. There are also some other ones that aren't listed here. They'll be, like, down here. This is actually my favorite character model so far, but it says rank is to be determined. What I've seen so far is it will be an S, but she might not be on the initial release of the game. She might be a banner right after the release or something. I love that model, dude. That model is sick. I really like that. But if you go back to the agents, then that's not what I wanted. I'll link this, and you can actually just go through here and look at, you know, it's a nice little just page to look at all the characters that are going to be in here initially and stuff, and who you might want to be pushing for and things like that. For the S's, the thing is, wait, which one? I want Juyan. I have a feeling that Bellabog, Khalida Bellabog, is going to be good because her last name is Bellabog, and she belongs to Bellabog Heavy Industries. This one's spicy, dude. This is the one you were talking about, right, Vault? No, it's mine. No, I'm playing. So I'll probably, I don't know. We'll see. What will be? Did they actually say? I'll link this for you guys too if you want to take a look at this. We pulled this up yesterday, but if you want to take a look at this and see all the characters and stuff, there you go. Not the size. This is actually going to tell us what the banners are to begin with. Banners phase 1. So starting on July 4th, which is Thursday when we start playing the game, there will be banners for Ellen Joe, Anton, and Sukaku, which is Ellen Joe's the one you would be going for here as an S. Deep Sea Visitor, Drill Rig, and Bashful Demon. These are the little guys, right? Dude, she's spicy too, though. There's Anton, Sukaku. Now, on July 24th is when Juyan comes. So I'm going to have to save for her. Yeah. Look at Big Ben. Oh, Ben's going to be on there too. God dang. I just want Ben because he looks cool, dog. So those are the banners to expect out the gate here, I guess. Yep. That's the news, though, yo. So here's the deal. This is what we're going to watch, though. I'm going to run this during my break after the news and before I play games, okay? Yeah, that's fine, fair. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying, though. Like I said, it's free, right? So, being free, it's one of those things that if you don't like it, then cool. You didn't really lose out on anything, but maybe a little bit of time, right? Where is this? We watched it yesterday. This one. Pre-release special program. This is what we're gonna watch. I'll turn this on again. And I'll link this in the channel once we get the channel put in for the Zenless stuff, okay? But This takes you through, this is their pre-release special program. All right, I'll link it for you right now too, but I will run it while I'm on break. Pre-release special program. It takes you through early on, especially in this video. It's going to take you through a lot of the littler, smaller kind of nuances of what the game has to offer aside from combat. Combat obviously is going to be the main focus a lot of what this game has to offer, and they'll show that later on in this video, so don't freak out, it's in here. A lot of what they show early on here, though, if I remember correctly, is just some of the kind of things that build up into giving you an entire experience of what the game has to offer aside from combat. But they get there, okay? But yeah, kind of a figure all this later. Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to help people out a little bit. But I figured maybe instead of running a montage like I normally do, I'll just run that video and let people watch it. You know what I mean? Since I'm going to be taking a break anyways in just a moment. Kind of a bleak news segment this morning. That's all right, man. It happens. And we're going to get ready to play some games. Yeah. So I don't know what we're playing today. We'll figure it out. It might just be a binding day. We might. I don't know. We'll take a look after I get back from break, after the news, and you know, we'll take a look at what we want to play, and we'll figure it out. But thanks for the awesome news segment. As always, guys, I appreciate it. I hope everybody's having a great start to their week. Happy Tuesday, man. Happy Tuesday. And I don't know. Yeah, get ready for Triple Z, man, on Thursday. Don't forget tomorrow's a day off, so there will be no video gaming news segment, no gaming content or anything like that tomorrow. But we'll definitely be popping off on Thursday with more video gaming news on the 4th of July and playing Zenless, Zenless together. Cool. But for anybody that's been hanging out this morning, you're not familiar with what we do, this is the Jam, 6 days a week, every day but Wednesday, starting off with video gaming news. Just trying to stay current on what's happening in the industry and promote a better, healthier place for all of us as gaming enthusiasts and consumers of these products in the industry, man. Awesome community around here, always having a great time playing games together and just building friendships and cultivating an experience for people to be a part of that's welcoming and, you know, inclusive, and a lot of laughs and just enjoying video games together. So if you can dig that, come be a part of it. We're always looking for more good people to continue to grow this community in a positive way, man. So come spread the good vibes and have fun with us playing video games. Cool. Other than that, guys, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind. I'm going to run us an outro real quick to sum up this news segment, but as soon as it's over, I'll be right back up here and I will prepare us for moving into playing video games for the rest of the day, okay? I'll be right back.